Oh my god, I'm back after like I don't know how long it's been since I've uploaded, but I'm back. Hello. And that one funny event called MCC is back. So let's do predictions, I guess. Maybe. Red Rabbits is the first team that was announced for MCC Season 3, starting off with Sapnap, 5-Up, Jack Manifold, and Ariat. This team is just PvP. It's PvP. It does stuff. Yeah, great team. Yeah. I was very prepared for this recording. Next up is Orange, which I don't understand why people are saying this team is bad. I think it's actually quite good. It doesn't have many strong games, but I don't see any really weak games for them either. Third up is the Yellow Yaks, which many consider to be the strongest team in this event, which I would necessarily agree with. It has one of the most the best lineup in compared to raw power, and it doesn't really rely on one of these players popping off just to be consistently good. Next up is the Lime Llamas, and the slide quality drops like 60% here because I was doing it the wrong way, but I was too lazy to fix it. And this is just team movement. This is team movement, and it gets about 5 combined coins in every PvP game. Next up is the Green Geckos, consisting of Purple, George Not Found, Vigumiho, and Snifferish. This team is pretty much specialized in movement-based games such as Hole in the Wall and Parkour Tag. This is going to be heavily reliant on Purple pulling out a great performance like he has in both MCC and stuff like MCC's 28 and Block Wars 4. Next up is the Cyan Coyotes, consisting of Jojo Solos, Ramboos, Major, and G Nelly. This is the best team this event, and I predict them to absolutely farm in those games. There is not really much else to say. They're the big baddies in team games, and they're probably getting third anyways. Next up is the Aqua Axolotls, consisting of H Mama, Fratzy, Cubfan, and Full Symmetry. This team is very strong and doesn't have that many weaknesses, which is why I see them going absolutely damn crazy this event, and maybe even making dodgeball if they're lucky enough. Next up is the Blue Bats. That is absolutely the why did you use Shane's 27 average as his normal average major team, but it's good enough, right? Surely this isn't guaranteed 10th, right? Next up is the Purple Pandas, consisting of Puns, Foolish Gamers, Punk, and Michael McShale. This is just Team Valorant. They're either going to be incredibly washed and get like 8th place, or they will do well like they normally have done in other events. Next, and last but not least, is the Pink Parrots, consisting of the incredibly hyped Tubble and Scar duo alongside Antfrost and Beckymon. This is Team Neek because of Antfrost. Alright, now it's time to go. I don't know, I'm talking so fast right now. Holy, I'm going 20 miles an hour. But let's start off with 10th place, which is expectedly, the Blue Bats. I just don't see this team doing too well. I think that using Shane's 27 average is an accurate representation when the MCC 29 comp is absolutely way higher. I just don't see this team making it out of the 10th place position, sadly, unless we see another team absolutely throw. Next up is 9th, which is Green. I honestly am only putting them down this far down because I have a feeling that George is going to be a bit washed. I think this team is just slightly lower than most of the other teams. While I think every other team has a good chance at dodgeball, I don't really see this one making it unless we have a crazy purple pop-off part 800. I don't know. Next up is Pink, which is dropping so far in everyone's predictions because all of them did a little bit less than ideal in Block Wars, let's just say that. But I still think this team can do well. I just think if they keep up their Block Wars 4 scores, they're not going to do too hot. Next after that is the 7th place Purple Pandas, which I just think this team is rather consistent, but I also think this team could be on the weaker end, especially if we see a weaker performance from Puns or Foolish or Pog. It really depends on this entire team staying consistent for them to snipe a top 5 position. 6th is Red, because I think this team is honestly pretty good, but they have some really detrimental weak games, and I think being all-rounded is going to be a very strong attribute for your team this event. Just with how closely everything's balanced. I actually think that Scott made some balanced teams. They're balanced but yet strong, so I'm pretty hyped with that. Fifth is Lime because they're just kind of there. I don't really think that this team is going to do necessarily ass or necessarily great. So I'm just gonna put them fifth because I think they're chilling. Fourth is Cyan because they just farm every team game, and if there's more than one, they are not dropping top 5. Third is Yellow because I don't know. Honestly, I think I just wanted to put Orange second out of spite, low key. Second is Orange because I think they have a great game spread with not really that many weak points. And first place, and the people who I think are going to win the event, is Aqua. I just think Aqua's pretty damn strong. I don't really see many, like, same thing with Orange. I think Aqua and Orange are similar, as in I don't really see them having that many weak games, which is what I think is going to take both the teams to the top. Anyways, that's actually it. So thank you for watching, because I didn't put too much thought into this, and I had to kind of rush. Usually I like to make these longer, but this time we're just going to be quick, easy, and hopefully you understand a word I said because I'm talking a million miles per hour. Have a good night.